Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Starladder LAN Finals. We are in the lower bracket action now. We got Team Tinker taking on Team Malaysia in an elimination best of 3, and we are in game number 3. Winner of this match will continue on their summit journey, their Starladder journey, and their loser, well, their Starladder journey will end. So we got to find out exactly which of these two teams is going to be able to pull it off. I'm KotLGuy bringing you the English coverage for Beyond the Summit. I'm going to be joined again remotely from my good buddy, Mr. Alan Ryu Boris Anderson. How's it going, my friend? I am ready and rip-roaring to go. This has been our first best of 3 that we've gotten to cast over here on the secondary channel.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm excited,
Let's
man.
do it.
I'm ready. I am ready.
Yeah, it's nice to see when the teams actually go to a game 3, and then you know that they're both doing really well, and it can go either way. And it felt like the first game, Team Tinker kind of got outpicked and then outplayed. The second game, it felt the same way where Team Tinker, they kind of outpicked just because that Naga last pick. And we're going to see if it comes down to pick or if it comes down to play this time, because I'm not saying anybody really played badly. It's just they kind of missed their timing window to execute perfectly for Malaysia. And, yeah, we just saw just Naga do stuff. Naga do Naga things.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what the answer is going to be here, if we're going to see a bit of a back pocket kind of a strat come out from either of these teams, knowing that this is what could be their final hurrah here in Starladder. So with that, we open up with a pretty basic draft here, and maybe there was some sort of mutual agreement here, Ryu. So far, it's looking like the Troll and Sniper have been ignored once again through the first pick and first ban phase. Now, Team Tinker still have another pick right here to kind of prove me wrong with that. But, yeah, so as it stands, it looks like we won't have to worry about them two. It looks like Skywrath Mage and an early Nyx Assassin grab here for Team Tinker, even bypassing over, you know, Bulba and his Clockwork or Broodmother that he likes to go for, where he's just going to do a bit of rinse and repeat here with their Skywrath Pylai and Nyx Assassin Bulba. And for Team Malaysia, an early pickup of a Bristleback, very early pickup of that Bristleback. Last game it was KotLGuy doing it in his more safe lane core position. And now on this go-around, we're going to see the Lina. Hard to gauge yet if this is going to be a support Lina or something that Mr. Kitchik Imba will be representing in the mid lane. And look at that, they are going to be banning out the Naga. They don't want to have to deal with that any longer. And then there's going to be the Troll ban thereafter. So, all right, so there you have it. Those two big late game powerhouses going to be eliminated from this game 3.
Yeah, this is very interesting to see how both of the games have developed, how, you know, the meta has developed. And I would say Nyx Assassin is perfect hero. Even if you don't see it a lot against these two heroes. Against Selena, you have the mana burn that just annihilates her, as well as the crippling mana burn that does damage to Bristleback, as well as just, you know, Nyx Assassin can go off on his own, get some vision, and as long as you're coupled with one other person, you can get a kill. It's kind of like having the same idea as having you know, a bounty hunter. You bring another hero along, you're able to really do enough burst damage, but the thing is, Nyx Assassin does twice the amount of burst damage as a bounty hunter, so that's why I like it even more. And it counteract these heroes greatly, and, well, I'm happy as well as you just not seeing any snipers or trolls. But, you know, still there is a possibility to go sniper for Team Marina Tinker Reno. It's against a Bristleback and a Lina, though. It's kind of like we could get the tree as well as the sniper combo that IG perfected, I would say. But you're going against a very hard tanky lineup, as well as a lot of mobility. And they have the potential to just run at you and cause havoc. So I don't know if they want to go along the lines of that, but there is the Sand King still available,
Shadow
which
Fiend,
we saw from last.
We have not seen Koikfa pull out a Shadow Fiend yet in this series, and it has
It's on
not been
dire
acknowledged
side.
yet. But, you know, just throwing it out as a possibility. Maybe instead they bypass on that and go for something instead like your Templar Assassin, let's say. But for now, as you pointed out, they're going to go with what's been a tried and true for them in the past, in that way to Treant Protector. So they've established a bit of a defensive setup where he likes to just kind of rummage around one to really level up that Nature's Guys and just bring in all that extra bit of intel. But if we are going on past history, they've run a pretty similar lineup not that long ago here. And it looks like it was back a day ago where they did face London Conspiracy. They had the Skywrath Mage, Tree, Nyx Assassin, and then to round out their cores, they got the Shadow Fiend, and then Black and Anti-Mage. So we'll see if it's something Team Malaysia could possibly anticipate with the next set of bans, or the one ban they have left. But here now looking to pick up for themselves here. I anticipate they could always get the sniper for themselves. They have a big, beefy frontliner in your Bristleback, but it's going to be the Razor grab. All right. I'll, 6.82/1 in your TI4 time. Razor. Kind of doesn't seem like something that really counter back anything Tinker got, but just kind of feeling like it's coming out a bit of left field here, at least in my opinion.
It's just them, I feel like, trying to find ways to just tank up against this lineup. And they're trying to kind of run at you. Like, you'll have a Bristleback that potentially can go an early Mechanism or an early Vanguard, whichever one he wants to choose to get, as well as the Razor on the front lines. Just, we're going to try to dive you. We're going to make sure that we have no very hard counters for the Nyx Assassin. And we're going to make it so that your Skywrath Nyx Assassin is going to take maybe possibly even 3 heroes to kill one of our cores. And, well, I do think Sniper is a great counter to Razor, so I do agree with this pickup.
Yeah, you got to agree with it. You don't like it, as most of us don't, but someone had to do it, and it looks like Team Tinker are going to be the ones where it's their life on the line. You get that ugly little son of a gun, and you look to try to make something happen with them here. I wager Black won to play the Sniper for them. We'll look to see how they try to build on top of it. The last time they ran with the Sniper get up here, it actually was for KotLGuy, and they followed it up with a Phantom Lancer for Black. When they had their matchup not that long ago, they actually just ran it in a Face It Pro League practice match. It's kind of funny that we get to dive into that as a possible option, but we'll have to see if it's something they go for here as a PL for Black or not. For the side of Malaysia, though, they decide they want to ban out the Jug, a worthy ban, of course, in its own right. But for them, I wager this is going to be the support Lena. They need to follow it up with maybe a bit more for their late game. If it's not going to be a off-lane Bristleback for like Ohio, let's say, they're going to need some sort of other safe lane potential. But then again, who knows? They might have to change up the lanes quite a bit here now that Sniper's kind of entered the field.
It's going to be interesting to see, right? Because Razor can go mid or safe lane, and Bristleback can go safe lane or off lane. So it's trying to pick this last pick is going to be impossible. And if you do it, you're a god. That's the only way you can really see it. I mean, they can throw out curveballs here, and what could really work against the science? So they really want to go.
There is a clockwork still out there if they want to do a safe lane.
You know what's really good too? Brewmaster's pretty good right here. I mean, it's countered by the Skywrath Ancient Seal, but other than that, if you get the Cyclone off, I mean, we haven't seen the hero in a long time, but I do think with their ideology here, with the Bristleback Razor and all the tankiness, that's a decent hero. But
maybe if it's a off-lane Bristleback, they can go with a Spectre core late game. Could be pretty good against your Sniper, I suppose. Being able to get up in his face.
PA's pretty good too. PA can get up in your face.
That is true.
It's just, do you want your Bristleback to be shut down, or do you want to get another hero that can retreat into the jungle? Okay, Phoenix against a Skywrath, but it does kind of...
Yeah, and it's against a Sniper. Sniper really doesn't have that big of a problem breaking through that egg from afar. I mean, I don't know if they feel like it has to be possibly a deny pick. I don't know. The Phoenix seems a bit peculiar to me. Obviously, they might know something we don't, but I feel like, Phoenix is one to really get bullied out from the laning phase very easily from someone like a Skywrath Mage who has that constant nuke damage and then that silence to stop him from getting the easy Icarus dive. And then you got Sniper there, plus a free pickup here that can really deal with the egg. And I could still see possibly a PL even being grabbed. So... I don't know. We'll have to see. It's a bit peculiar to me. Very intriguing.
What's
the late game just seems not the best overall here for Team Malaysia, though. Like, I feel like there's a bit of a clock against them here.
I mean, it's pretty good though. No, if you think about it this way, Bristleback and Razor sieging a tower with like an Ags and BKB, they can bring down towers really fast, and I think their lineups are pretty good right now. But
5 seconds.
having said that, I really do not understand what Team Tinker's going to pick for their carry. Okay, they're going to put Sniper top then, because yeah, Wind Ranger has to.
This Phoenix is going to hate his life.
Yeah. Well, you can't focus fire on the Phoenix egg. That would be pretty overpowered, and that would be a great counter. But
she's just going to be able to really crack through it. This is going to be very interesting, very elusive. It's going to be hard for Razor to get a hold of her and try to sap away any of the damage if there's not proper follow-up from your stunning duo between Lina and Earthshaker. And she's not one to get, kind of bullied easily. They're a very elusive kind of a lineup. They don't have a whole lot of meat, though, I'd have to say, for the side of Team Tinker. Not a whole lot of front-lining capability to kind of deal and soak in a lot of the damage. But if they can be elusive, they can really dish out some serious, deeps. So there it is. And this is going to be Game 3 hype right now. Winner moves on. Loser goes home here from Starladder. For Malaysia, taking on Team Tinker, we'll just fire away with our introductions here. I'll lead off Radiant side. Team Malaysia, they battled past Team Secret, but then were shut down by Invictus Gaming in the next round, 0-2. And now they've been stuck against Team Tinker before they can battle on. It's going to be Ohio representing what looks like the off-lane Bristleback. Just behind him, it's going to be Johnny. And what is probably going to be a dual-lane setup here. He runs the Phoenix. Mid lane, we got Mr. KotLGuy, who's going to be playing your core Lina. Mushi is going to be playing your Earthshaker, and that will leave, of course, Mr. KYXY on your safe lane farming Razor.
all right, for Team Tinker, we've got Flo playing the Nyx Assassin. We've got Pink Panda playing the Treant Protector. We've got Koifa playing the Wind Ranger, KotLGuy playing the Skywrath Mage, and Black handling the Sniper. So it's going to be interesting. My Malaysia here, they're going to be running dual lanes. So as you're saying, Phoenix will be a support as well as Earthshaker. This is going to be one poor Earthshaker. Well, it depends on how much love Johnny's going to give. Is he going to buy the courier? Or upgrade the courier, buy some wards? We'll see how they prioritize the 4 and 5 position here.
Maybe that quick dive snag. Yeah, Way2 could be in trouble. There's the fissure. They're going to just kind of leave the bounty behind. No, Imba's going to step back forward. There's the dive on forward, and they don't want to follow through with a kill or anything. They just kind of bully back Way2. He's going to head all the way back to the fountain, it looks like, to kind of just regen up. And, the first blood actually happens on the other side. It's going to be KotLGuy getting first blood onto KYXY here. Your Razor goes down. We do miss that bit of action as it happens simultaneous to the action there at the top, but it is going to be Team Tinker who do strike first here in game number 3.
Yeah, that's pretty good. The one bad thing is that KYXY is going to dominate Bulba. This is going to be not a very good time for him. But KotLGuy will be helping him a little bit. This could help in the long run. And, well, Boots now being flown out to KotLGuy. He's playing really aggressive here. Again,
yeah,
KYXY, how much mana? 95. No, he needs 95, so 5 more.
But he's already down to
just waited.
He's just down to 1 tango. He's already eating a lot of hefty harassment here, and he is just not going to be in a comfortable spot. Bulba's going to get to do as he pleases here. Mushi is going to try to work with the creep pull here in the meantime, but it's just going to be a real rough time for him in this bottom lane. KotLGuy is just going to constantly keep him on watch and put them in check here. And for meanwhile, though, KotLGuy matching toe-to-toe here, 6-1 CS to Black as well on his sniper. But he is going to be able to kind of assert his dominance towards that high ground. But if we look at the other side, Ohio, 4-2 CS. Koifa's not going to really be up in arms with this Bristleback and kind of step in and out as he pleases. Not looking to go for the magic wand quite yet. And Johnny on this Phoenix could kind of occasionally come in and out and still has this camp to work with to pull it back, as we see right here. So they will be able to control that creep-equilibrium quite a bit in their own favor to make up for, well, the punishment that Team Tinker have been dishing out here on the bottom side of things.
Yeah, I really love what Team Tinker have been doing in their last game as well as this game. Finally, they're not going to be like, oh, we're going to let Malaysia just dictate the pace of the game. Instead, they're going to be doing their own dual lane, right? And they're definitely taking it to KYXY in the bottom lane. So it's really good. Laning phase for here for Team Tinker. Razor should be doing as well as he is right now. I mean, 6-2 against the Nyx Assassin, 6-2. Maybe Boba could have a little bit more here just because of how much they harassed him out of the lane. But if Boba had gotten that first kill, then we would have seen a fast bottle on him. Oh, KY, speaking of him, bottom lane.
Yeah, they get
They
him
got
with
another
the stun.
nuke here.
They could get him.
The last right click. Yeah.
One lingering little pesky auto attack, and suddenly KotLGuy is 2-0 on his Skywrath Mage. They are just manhandling this Razor in the bottom lane. And just as we're trying to give him a little bit of props to get on the road to recovery, he is just going to get bullied again. And poor Mushi is just not close enough to be there to help him out with that fissure. And now he's just like, he's got to be just delegated to stay nearby. And that is not where he wants to be. And they can't really just kind of afford to let anyone else stand on their own. So, I mean, they're going to try to make a go here on the Bulba, but it's going to be for nothing. As he just pops his Carapace, is easily going to be able to walk away. You know, and it's just, it doesn't feel like maybe Ohio has gotten enough in this top lane where Johnny can just go to the bottom lane to help out there, because you really do need Phoenix to also get his own bit of XP. He needs to get his level 6 ready to go. In fact, he needs to even push further past that to get that egg further along. 5 hits is way too puny early on for this Supernova, and well, I also don't foresee them really being able to get any sort of early kills up here. It's going to be a little too hard to get a hold of KotLGuy as long as he has this wind run. Plus, you got, you know, your way to tree. Not yet level 2, but once he does have that living armor, it will certainly help out. Way 2 with his tree, man. He loves to be anywhere except for where the XP is. He's going to catch out this regen room, though. He does take that away from
he's going to catch out more than that. He's going to catch out Imba.
Yep. There's a nice stun. That does slow them down, but Imba is in trouble. And he tries to step back. Here comes Johnny diving on in, but now Black shows up with the shrapnel. It looks like the tree's going to end up going down, and they ended up trading here as Phoenix is going to get dropped thereafter. It's a bit of a bloodbath here near the top of the river. Still Team Tinker getting slightly the best of it as Black is able to kind of benefit the most. Now 3-1, an early Team Tinker advantage.
I wouldn't even say it so much as them having advantage. They're actually getting, well, they're getting out CS in all the lanes, even with getting the kills, because that's just the nature of their lineup. It's free farm on the Bristleback, free farm on the Lina, and it's, well, that could have been a go. I think Black could have got that kill. He had the ulti and one more shrapnel. That could have been a kill. I don't know. But I guess judging otherwise, maybe the Earthshaker could have been standing behind him. So, even though they need to keep up the pressure, right? As you're saying, if they can keep KotLGuy and Way 2 roaming, I mean, Tree's not even level 2, man. This is not where we at least soak up level 2, Way 2. Come on. Living armor is a very big spell.
I mean, what was it? Not long ago, he was caught on record for not getting a lick of XP until like 6 minutes or something into the game. I mean, he is happy to play this selfless style of Dota where he's just more all over the place, anywhere but where he can get XP for himself. And I guess just constantly looking to impose a little bit of a threat, staying in the dark. But now we see a bit of a creep cut here. Ohio taking that wave away. KotLGuy is going to be able to scout this out from above, but they really can't do much to stop him from this. He'll be able to grab that bounty rune, it looks like, and just clear out this wave. So a free bit of CS for him, while KotLGuy just kind of works with what he can under the tower. It can be a bit difficult to try to find the CS there, but he seems to be able to make it manage for now. Does have the wand, 8 charges built onto it, and plus 1k gold. But look at this, Imba's smoked up now. They want to get a hold of him. They might get him here. They move on in. They're going to try to slow him, but there goes the wind run. Should be able to make it up to the northern side. Dragon Slave goes on out, but there's a silence from KotLGuy.
Nice silence.
Yeah, stops him from getting out that stun. They instead turn it on to KotLGuy and get the kill with the Laguna. Oh, big power shot. And here comes Bulba. Looking to go on chase here. Can he get the connection to the bottle?
Fast,
He's bottling up. Oh, Vendetta.
Wait, how
that
did he know
stun.
that?
He just turns back, anticipates that the rotation was coming, and stops him in his tracks. Now it's Ohio going back the other way. Gonna get stopped with that stun. Can't follow through with it. Man, oh man. Barely etching his way out, Lina. Imba's going to be able to make it back to base. But at the end of it, it's only KotLGuy who does go down.
Yeah, but that's a killing spree going over to the Lina. That's a very, very big deal.
Yeah.
And, well, no, it wasn't on the Lina. Who got it? Who got the killing spree? I think it might have been Ohio. So giving over that extra bit of gold, definitely helping out the side of Malaysia. And that's why it kind of hurts, you know, when your supports get these early kills on, and then all of a sudden you give that kill streak away, because normally the supports will die just because of how weak they are. But Quiff was able to TP up top. They need another rotation in from Bulba, but he's deciding to go back bottom instead.
Black's here, though, in the top lane. He's got an assassination, and he wants to use it, and it's going to be on Ohio. He's getting shot in the face, and he's not even going to bother dishing out the ultimate. Just some easy right clicks. Johnny, though, boom, it's hunting season, and they got chicken on the menu. It's going to be an easy, quick kill right there. Makes it a twofer. Black gets a double kill suddenly, and it's just a solid rotation from his front. He goes back up and around and away from this ward as well, so he makes sure he hides in the dark. Meanwhile, look at this Bulba in Vendetta scouting out KotLGuy here.
Man.
Doesn't even know it. He's being stalked. Now he moves in. He's like, I'm going to get a gank. Oh, wait, what? He gets stunned. He gets blown up. He goes down. Now Wei2 moves in, gets a leech seed on Mushi, who has no more mana after dishing out that fissure. But it's a little too late to help out. And Tinker, they strike again and get another kill, pushing themselves ahead 6-2.
Oh yeah, this is very good rotations. I mean, KotLGuy so far is MVP of this game. That silence top lane, his rotations around the map, his early first blood. I mean, this guy's carrying him. We saw in the first game him feeding over that first blood to Ohio on the puck, but this game he's stepping it up so much right now. And I'm very impressed from his play so far, and they're giving him even more space in this middle lane. Who's going to get 6 first? The support Johnny or the support KotLGuy?
Well, KotLGuy wouldn't mind having it. They definitely have a lockdown follow-up there. I mean, Mystic Flare followed up with a Vendetta strike that maybe even preludes it. An assassination. Very good gank ability. Going to be coming out here as soon as that level 6 does come together. Meanwhile, Bulba, I mean, they have a lot of arcane boots as well. Some serious mana being spread across this team. And if Bulba's able to throw together a decently timed Blink Dagger, they can just go on an all-out assault. But it's top lane where Malaysia are just trying to get a bit aggressive here. And they even have this ward planted behind the tower line. Mushi waiting. Could scout out KotLGuy here as he does cross over. They should see each other. There goes a concussive. Big Shackle does connect on the KotLGuy. Going to get caught with the assassination. Meanwhile, KotLGuy will go down. Imba gets shot right through the heart with a power shot there from KotLGuy. And now it's Ohio. Going to be trying to get away, but there's a shrapnel from Black. And it is nowhere to go. He gets shot on down. KotLGuy with a double. An egg, though, beautifully placed, but it's going to get popped.
Man is from Black.
Yeah, he just easily shoots it down. Mushi's going to go as well. It is a triple kill for KotLGuy. And Black gets a nice little kill there, taking away the Ultra, but he's got his own little killing spree. 4 go down all day on the side of Malaysia. Tinker, they only lose KotLGuy at the start of it, and he's already on bottom lane, dishing out some harassment on the XII, but this is a wonderful start right now for Team Tinker in the Game 3.
Oh, yeah, man. And Sniper just got his Mask Madness. Black, man, making all the plays happen, too. He's 3-0-5. He's got more assists than KotLGuy, man. He's the support carry of this team. It's really well played once again. All the rotations, and once again, KotLGuy setting that up with another great silence. And Lina is getting burned right now. Poor Imba playing really aggressive. And look at his items right now. 0-2, 37 CS. And he doesn't even have one component of his Yule Scepter.
Bulba's here. He's thinking about making it go into KYXY. As the rotation comes, he does land the stun. It looks like barely, but here it comes. There's the silent concussive shot. Shrapnel to fly out now. He has nowhere to run. A fissure does nicely come out for Mushi, but here comes death. Boom! They got him. Black now dominating here with that pickoff, and it makes it all the worth here for Team Tinker. And they are not going to be able to follow through with that Tier 1 tower takedown. And, well, that is just more communication, more synergy being shown here from Team Tinker, as they just call out these rotations and they get it set up. Whether it's KotLGuy to lead things off or Bulba, they're able to follow through and get their kills.
They're just like running their bodies at these towers trying to kill them. Is it the pressure from Wei2's tree or something? I don't know, but they're like, we're going to get top tower. We're going to throw all our bodies at it. We're going to get bottom tower. We're going to throw all our bodies at you. And It's not working out right now. They're just getting countered upon countered, and if you keep on feeding over all these kills, suddenly Bulba's gonna have his fast blink dagger. He's up to 1,200 gold right now, and we saw what he did last game with his stuns. So, looking very good right now for Team Tinker.
One saving grace here, Malaysia. KYXY is getting pretty close to finishing out his mech, and how many times would a mech been able to help them from like near death already in this game? I mean, just could have been the difference of that assassination being able to finish them off. Now you do have Johnny. You know, he's obviously been able to get his level 6. Not really been able to get a strong setup quite yet with that egg. But they're back on this bottom lane. They're looking to get this tier 1. Stunfly's not going to be able to catch him this time. Bulba, but KotLGuy here right behind him. KotLGuy, I mean, he's got the early Ogre Club. Not sure yet if it's going to be straight to BKB or if it's a Slasher's Way kind of a thing where he goes right for the Agnums. We'll have to see here, but persistence coming out here from Malaysia. Now the other two smoked up. They're going to head around the back door now. This is a nice little play from Malaysia if they can execute. But already Bulba under Vendetta.
They got the sentry down.
They see him. He eats big damage from that nuke. Fisher's going to be there, and they're going to be able to pincer him. They get the kill. Stuns out on Johnny, but he still has the egg if necessary. Meanwhile, on the back inside, look at Black. He just shoots on down the Lena. Johnny in big trouble. KYXY latched together with Ohio, and he's going to get shot down. Black with the double. The egg will be able to pop out with the second life. What an overgrowth now set up from your tree. They're going to clean house. Mushi goes down. Johnny should be next. Black could get this one. Will get it. Triple kill for him. This is a 7-0 sniper already.
Oh my goodness.
And this was all just for a big engagement where it looked like Malaysia were going to be able to set up a great flank play, but it just does not work out. It ends up in another disaster. And they don't even get the tier 1. And Black, of all people, continues to get so much for what feels like so little.
Yeah, man, they're not getting any towers, but they're holding all theirs. I mean, whew, this is just like, I don't know, man. The Malaysia are just like, I said, they're just gonna run their bodies at you, and it's not working out right now. It's definitely not working out. The whole team of Team Tinker is like, all right, we're under an elimination. We're under the pressure. We're not going to go home today. You're going to go home. And they're playing absolutely perfect Dota right now, it feels like, from all their players. The shackle shots, the overgrowths, the sniper play.
And it's funny because it feels
They
like
need to
Malaysia
keep it
are
up,
playing
though.
as if they have the advantage. The way they keep trying to take these fights and keep going for these pushes, it just feels like it's almost desperate for them to make sure they can secure this tier 1 tower bottom lane. Remove this access point. Maybe in hopes that they can eventually go for a Roche or something, but it's just not easy. Way2 is just like, I'm just going to keep healing it up with my living armor here. And whatever you ran at before is just going to be quickly reverted. I mean, it's almost full life for God's sakes. Black with his Sage now complete. He's not going to be an easy target to take down. Him and Way2 here still kind of hold down the fort. Imba is alone here in the mid lane and could be in trouble. Nearby, KotLGuy moving in. Yep, there it is. Shackle. What a connection. Are you kidding me? On this back tree that is not even near. KotLGuy gets that one done. Here comes KYXY though, and okay, Mushi's able to stop it with the Echo. KotLGuy on the run, does get the living armor. But that damage now going to be sucked away here from KYXY. He's just on the prowl, trying to whip home the little lady. But he cannot catch up. Windrun's going to be there. He runs himself out from trouble. And it's going to be another engagement where Team Tinker get their pick, and they get to run away safely.
Man, I would not want to be this Lena right now. 0-4, 16 minutes in the game. Every single time she tried to make a gank earlier, it failed. Now she's going to get ganked for the rest of the game. And she's given up on a Yule Scepter. I think this could be the first game you don't see a Yule Scepter. She want to brace her now. Oh my goodness.
That's just
shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So KotLGuy gonna have to dig deep at this point to try to pull back from what has been a devastating early game. But Team Tinker, they're not one to pull back. They know they have this bit of a power advantage here. They're gonna be smoked up, and they're looking to blaze their way towards this bottom lane. Uh-oh, there's Ohio. They move in, stun. And yeah, that is all she wrote. KotLGuy now unstoppable. Even Black trying to get on the action with a KS. That's not going to be able to connect. Sorry, sir. But regardless, now 4-17. This is very scary here for Team Malaysia. A team that looks so good. Day number 1. Pulling up what many considered a huge upset and dropping down Team Secret. And what they anticipated would have been a favorable matchup for them here going against Tinker. Tinker pull away with a win in game number 2, and they look so confident here in game 3. And now a big rotation from everyone here into the mid lane. Malaysia moving as a group. This means bottom lane Quick is going to be able to clear out this tier 1. And with that,
You know what's the best kind of mind game,
what's
Dakota, right now? You see this ward placed in the enemy jungle by Team Tinker. You never place this here ever again. This is like next level mind games coming from Team Tinker. It's such an obvious spot that none of the pro teams ever do it anymore. And what do? They do it.
So they have like a sentry down here that will not see it, sadly, because they anticipate it's not going to be in that easy spot. So it's good for them. Look at this Wei-2 now. As he levels up that Nature's Guys, he just continues to just kind of scout things out. He is their spy, scouting out Mushi right here. Bottom lane Bulba. He wants Ohio. There's the Vendetta. Whoops.
He missed the stun.
Will whiff the stun. And they decide to pull back from that. Pilot Eye, I got to get the hell out of here. And he will make it away. Birdman back to his nest. And for Team Malaysia, they have been stuck at this 4 kill point for what feels like the longest time now.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Black Man. He's just like, I got my S and Y. I'm going to start peeping away at this tier 1 tower. And what you going to do about it, brother?
They have 2 stuns in this game. One is Lina and one is Earthshaker. One doesn't have a Blink Dagger and one doesn't have a Yules. You're just going to get kited. And that's what they've been doing all these team fights. So
Yeah.
Team Tinker realizing this, playing perfectly right now. Koifa got his Ag Scepter online now. He's up to 1,000 gold. We'll see what he's going to be going for next. Probably a crit stick. Oh, bottom lane.
Over here below, they're making another go into Ohio. That's their Mystic Flare going to be used. Bulba pulls out the Vendetta, quickly steps away here. And they know not to get too excited about a kill they can't quite finish without at least losing a lot. You know, that is the problem when you have such a big...
Black mid lane.
He's
gonna get caught out.
This is a big bounty. 7-0 if they can take down this sniper. Now they do have the living armor, and there's the Laguna. And that's a bounty, a wicked sick one at that. At about 617 gold.
Look how much gold she has. She has her Yule Scepter now. Oh my goodness.
Suddenly a Yules. I mean, I was just gonna go into you do have to be a little bit cautious when you have this much of an early advantage. And just like that, you just gave Lina a fresh and new item. Meanwhile, it does look like Bristleback is going to be taken down. Bottom lane, Skywrath Mage able to look like pick him off from quite afar. But
so they're going to try to defend middle lane here. They have the overgrowth. It'll be on 2. This will be setting up for Shackle. No, mana on Koifa. The TP is not going to help. And this tower will be denied. No. KYXY.
He gets that one. He's got 1,300 gold now on top of his mech that he already completed. And he will back out and away here. So, okay. Putting in a little bit of life here now for Malaysia to make a bit of a comeback here, which felt like a pretty lopsided early game. They are going to try to stay in good standing, but not letting up. Here we go again. Team Tinker. Smoke here for Pylai Die. Vendetta ready, now going to be triggered as Bulba moves in. Looking to get a hold of KYXY here. Should be able to connect easily from behind. Concussive shot. They got the silence, they got the Mystic Flare, and they got the kill. Nicely earned there for Team Tinker. They're going to go ahead and walk away with their bit of winnings here. And for Mr.
The best part about that.
I was just going to say, he has 3K gold saved up, but, you know, still not making the trigger for that Yules quite yet.
I mean, what else could he go? Maybe a Shadow Blade? I mean, it's a not as reliable setup as Yules, and you'll be still mana dependent or deprived. So I don't know if it's the right thing, but going back to top lane too, I mean, you could just see that mana burn. I don't even know why you. This is like a great counter too to Razor, right? If you just mana burn him, he can't really cast all his spells because he has to save for his mechanism, and because of that nerf to it, I mean, it's just really well played so far.
Ooh,
yeah, I'm really curious. Why is? Yeah.
He's deep, and he went past a couple of wards. They tried to come over and see if they can scout him out, but he is already on his way out here. Does, I guess, force over a couple of rotations here from Team Malaysia, but he's in a safe spot now. And worthy to note, man, KotLGuy, he is all about this Agnum's damage buildup. A la Slasher's Way, I guess, if you will. He's going straight crit after getting the Agnums complete here. So if he's able to get a hold of someone and lock them down, it's going to be relentless from his focus fire.
Yeah. And we're going to be seeing Imba picking up a Blink Dagger. Normally you see this after the Yule Scepter. So yeah, he still will be hurting on his mana. He can only really cast... He'll be able to cast all 3 of his spells, but he can bottle up, but he'll still be hurting for if he wants to push out the lanes constantly. And it'll be hurting his farm even more. But he'll be able to set up some stuns and set up some initiations after the Earthshaker goes in, which is very important right now.
They are waiting in the wings here to see if maybe Malaysia get a bit overzealous. But there's a ward down.
Oh, that's right on the edge.
Yeah.
Right on the edge, that sentry ward.
Not going to be scouted. And now, KotLGuy moves forward. Concussive shot does connect, but he's already on the way back here. And Mushi's here just in case. So, Team Tinker not going to be following through with that one. Just maybe more creating a little bit of space here, because while this all happens, you know, the dynamic duo of KotLGuy and Black continue to farm up. KotLGuy now working with this top lane here. We go and check out Black. Back to mid lane he goes. And he's going straight for the Scotty, it looks like, after completing out that SMY.
So, KotLGuy did go for that Crystallis, as I was saying, and maybe his next item is a Blink or a BKB. I'm not too exactly sure what he wants to go next for, but definitely a defensive or offensive item, you know, 4-step or something along the line. But they're not going to be defending this bottom lane, apparently. I mean, they have a BKB on Ohio. That's the only real big threat right now coming in from Malaysia's side.
Well, they walk away. They had been wanting that tower for what felt like forever in this game. They finally are able to get it. And they will step themselves out from this bottom lane presence. Wei2's got his early point booster towards what looks like his Agnum Scepter, which is going to be really freaking early to get that extra bit of map hacks or global vision, whatever you want to chalk it up to. But now they go on another smoke run here. And they're going to head towards the bottom side. And with that, they have Wei2 ready. Bulba and KotLGuy, everyone but their cores. Just kind of the 3-man hit squad, if you will. Seeing if maybe they could take down one of the cores here from Malaysia. But there is a sentry, and he knows he's spotted. That freaking range creep blows the opportunity for maybe a counter initiation from Team Malaysia. So when they see that and recognize it, they just pull back and walk away with what they can. But look at this. They might instead run to KotLGuy here. Concussive shot. Oh, he doubles back. Gonna get caught. Overgrowth. Mystic Flare. They got him down. He's gonna get dropped. Not even a chance to get off the mechanism. And while the threesome do that, the 2 cores, they take down Roche. And that will be an Aegis there for KotLGuy.
Oh yeah, bottom lane. Ohio needs a TP out. BKB, TP, or just TP. It's Peep. Is it going to come in time? He got it. Oh my, he instantly did that too. What is that play from Black? Oh,
yeah,
my.
Laugh it up, buddy. Laugh it up, Black. Sniper. He got it done. Well played for him.
Too easy, man. Too easy.
Stupid
and
Laugh.
Mushi's going to get gone on over here. KotLGuy's in trouble. Here comes the Laguna. He has a mechanism on your Skywrath Mage. And Daedalus being picked up from Rendrager. So going for more, I guess you could say offensive, but I thought she would get a more mobility item, but prioritizing damage. I mean, it's KotLGuy with an Ags, a Daedalus, and an Aegis right now.
Yeah,
they definitely can
it's gonna
dish
get
out a lot.
ridiculous. And they didn't even, I mean, until that point where Black got that kill there, you know, KotLGuy and Black haven't really been needed in these kind of pickoffs. It's just so funny to me. And, you know, they're just in really good standing. And how often do you see Alina get a hold of a Skywrath Mage, dish out a Laguna, and not get the kill? A level 2 Laguna on that. Oh, mid lane, though. They're going to get KotLGuy again. The Razor goes down. KotLGuy now wicked sick with that setup. Now it's 5-22 here. Team Tinker well in ahead at this point. Now pushing past the 10K network mark. And net worth mark in XP, it's not any better. Certainly not. What is going to be Plan B here, Ryu, for Team Malaysia to kind of have a comeback? I mean, their late game doesn't seem very
100
significant.
gold. Right, 100 gold till ES Echo Slam, and that's about it. That's all she really wrote. Because with your Lena being so far behind right now, with your Sniper and Wind Ranger doing so well, I mean, you can't even like get into the fight as Ohio as this bristle bout without getting kited around. I mean, you have a Sage and Yasha with the Eye of Scotty. He's not even going to be moving in these team fights, and he's your frontliner. Ohio's just going to be taken apart on the front lines.
And that egg, Supernova, good luck. Good luck against this
What level
lineup.
is it? It's still level 1.
It's level
dude.
1. Black does
what
5
is
shots in the blink of an eye at this point. I don't even know. This is okay. Well, here they go. They got to do something. They feel it.
He does more shots than a Russian.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh my goodness! Here comes the behind wraparound, but they saw it and they had this ward on the high ground, seeing them out too. Oh my.
Okay, they move in. Ohio looking to lead out the charge here, but Johnny eating a big assault of damage, forced to dish out the egg. We'll get it way on the backhand side, so they can't push on forward. Mushi, though, does charge in. KYXY, though, look at Koikla dish out the focus fire. Ohio moving into Black, but Black stands strong, and now he looks to go for Imba here. Gets off the stun. That living armor keeping him alive. He's going to go down. Echo Slam comes out from Mushi and cleans them out. But that's just going to be the Aegis here. The comeback from Koikla now. Looking to move through. Focus fire allows him to rush right through the trees. Mushi has nowhere to run, and he is just going to get assaulted. It's a 5-man wipe and a triple kill for Koikla as Team Tinker looking to pull out a bit of an upset here. Going against Team Malaysia in game number 3. It's their chance now to continue to move on through this lower bracket. And what could be their own little Cinderella story. Now going on to the Tier 2 tower.
Oh man.
What a showing right now in
Tinker
game
are
3.
doing it. They are definitely doing it right now. Putting on a show, man. Mushi is trying his best, man. That's what we just said like 2 minutes ago. It had to happen, but with an Aegis still on Wind Ranger, with Black, oh man, you just saw that living armor at the end. Just if Mushi didn't come in with an Echo Slam, he would have lived just because of the living armor from Way 2. There's just so many little things on these team fights going Team Tinker's way, and it's just very nice to see. An aggressive ward being placed over here. They even have a gym on Way 2, man. And he sees this rotation immediately coming out from Lena. Oh, he's going to be hunting her the whole time here.
Oh, Imba, it's been a hard enough game as it is, trying to just at least pull together this Agnum Scepter. He's going way north here. Way 2 is going to scout out Mushi and KYXY coming in from behind. But here comes the flank. Bulba is on the scene here. Oh, hi, Mushi. We walk right through him. There's a jump in. Shackle, he's dead. I mean, that was like 2 shots. Executioner style. Power shot through KYXY. Oh, God. I got to try to TP. Nope. Yeah, the assassination's going to be there, and he has nothing to do. He'll try to whip it on home, but he gets whipped it good. He goes down. Double kill for Koikla. 12-0 on your Wind Ranger right now. What a showing for him. And, well, Malaysia, it just does not get any easier. They try to find their farm somewhere else. You know, you got, Imba trying to build up something here. Finishing out that Agnums now in the mid lane. Ohio doing work on the bottom. Hasn't really been able to progress past this BKB and this Vanguard. But here comes trouble from the north. Black and Koikla, they're going to be able to rip through these towers.
Look at that tower
fast.
melt, man. Oh, my goodness. I mean, right now, Team Tinker definitely waiting on that BKB from Black and probably the next Aegis. And Imba is going to be hunted down by Bulba. Is he going to get solo killed? Oh my goodness, so much. And the snipe from downtown. You have 2 snipers in this game.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking right now, to be honest with you, to see Team Malaysia just get handled like this. They look so good in day number 1, pulling out that core Lesh. Huge plays from Ohio, and it's been a rough day number 2. They got beat down from IG in the series earlier, and they had a strong game number 1 here against Team Tinker. Game 2, Team Tinker pull out the Naga Siren, and there really was no answer there for Malaysia. Now in game 3, it has been convincingly a Team Tinker matchup. I mean, there is always that hope, that lingering small hope that maybe they can bring this game back on one hell of a rebound. But it just seems so far-fetched at this point.
Yeah, just with Koifa and Black both having BKBs eventually, soon here. I mean, I just don't see how they can get into the back lines and mess with both of these cores. I mean, they have to have Lina with a Hex, not an Ags. And that's the only way I can see them really being picked off. And then when you have the Nyx Assassin who can always come in from Hive with Way2 always scouting out. Like you saw that top gank being set up purely because of him, right? He got the ward up, he got the Nature's guys off. He was able to do so much work by just providing all that information to Team Tinker's side. I mean, they're just still getting outmaneuvered.
And with that, Tinker just kind of hold out a bit longer, looking to itemize a bit further here. Black trying to finish out what looks like his BKB for Koikfa. He's got a Demon Edge again. Probably looking to go straight into an MKB at this point, and yeah, that's just when things get a bit nasty. Way2's getting pretty damn close to even having an Agnems on his Treon Protector. Just about 500 gold away from it. And then they just start really controlling the map globally.
Oh, Bulba's on the prowl. He's on the prowl. They have a Sentry Ward scouting him out right now. I'm surprised that Way2 didn't just kill that Sentry Ward when he kind of walked by. Maybe he wasn't paying attention, but still no big deal. Bulba's not going to be being picked off there.
Now they move up and through. Malaysia have been pretty much corralled back to their baselines at this point. Imba even too scared to really move out to the north, at least without having an assistance here from Mushi. And it's just Pylai Die there, pushing it in. And they just continue to kind of split push from all fronts, maybe weighing it out for the security of this Roche. Get that second life, then maybe they can look to breach high ground just to secure this game 3. But they go back and relegate more farm for themselves. Koikfa near that 20k net worth breach. Black nipping at his heels, and then you have Ohio on his bristleback at about 12k. Got his Sange now, trying to get that SNY done, but he is but one man, one bristleback. And I don't know if that back is going to be big enough to put the Malaysia team on and try to take it back to Team Tinker at this point. But here they go.
I mean, his back is definitely broken right now. They would have to reassemble it to really stand a chance here. Koifa going to be going for that Rapier. Just kidding. Probably going for the MKB standard here. And it's probably anticipating that Ohio's going for this Heaven's Halberd here. And you would be seeing Ohio probably picking it up now. Oh, I thought he'd save for buyback, but instead going to be getting that Halberd. And I don't know, if they don't contest this Roshan, it just seems like they can just easily siege the high ground right now.
I don't think they're going to... I mean, they're trying to do a smoke, and they could get the idea. And then as they smoke, they're like, oh, Roche is done. Oh. Well, smoke's going to be popped as Bulba was waiting on the high ground for them. They popped their dust, but there is no one to scout out. Bit awkward here for Malaysia. They might need to get back, but they might not get the chance. Good quick BKB, though, from Ohio. Yules comes out from Bulba to save him out, but a nice Laguna there from Imba catches him out. Johnny, though, not going to be so fortunate. He gets shot down there from Koikfa. Beyond godlike and Black by his side. They now look to focus KYXY as he gets planted in place from the overgrowth of Way2, and they have dropped down 2. They did lose Bulba, their Nyx Assassin, but he had already dished out all he can. And I think Team Tinker could still be in a comfortable position to move on forward if they'd like.
Yeah, that was a very awkward position for KYXY. He kind of had to come in to help the bristleback from Ohio, but then all of a sudden they're like, oh, our BKB's wearing off, we have to get out. The Ranger's doing too much DPS, and then he went in all by himself, and very unfortunate that his team kind of left him. And now there's a siege on both fronts right now.
Yes, there is.
And they can't even stop either one.
Black continues to slow siege from the low ground. There's really nothing Ketchik Imba can do about it. And for mid lane, Koikfa's there, and it's Ohio trying to help out. But they clearly are just trying to juggle Team Tinker as best as they can. But It looks like Team Tinker will kind of play it a bit slow. They step back. Bulba makes his return from death. Goes to top lane to farm it on out. And they're just going to play this one a bit slow. Clear out the wave, and if they can kind of move on in, they can try to finish what they started. And it looks like that might be the case here. Way2 now has that the Agnum's now complete. He'll start putting down those extra eyes. And he's putting them very aggressively into the Malaysia territory. And here we go. One shrapnel to lead things in. Tower already very low as it is. KotLGuy happy to be out in front, flexing that Aegis. But they're not able to get this tier 3 quite yet. Would love to get these racks exposed, but they're going to have to wait a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Man.
And how many shrapnels are left? There's one more shrapnel here before 9 seconds, and this will be enough to... Nope, backdoor regen. Well,
They got
so
it.
much for backdoor regen. Focus Fire definitely takes care of that.
They're pinging out Black like they want to make a jump onto him. I mean, he does not have the Aegis like KotLGuy, so maybe that is their best target, but is it an easy one when you got help right behind him? Really snipe onto KYXY, doing a little bit extra damage. But these Raxes are now exposed, and they will begin their slow siege. Immediate focus fire. Oh my god, look at that. He just gets off a little bit of pokage, and it's quickly down to a third of its life. Now the regen comes out, and he looks to finish it off, and he'll get it. Oh my god. KotLGuy hits pretty damn hard, if I say. They'll take down that.
Mushi is trying so hard and patiently to do that fissure block, but it's on an Aegis Wind Ranger. And do they have a Force Staff? Yes, they have a Force Staff on Pylite Die. So even if they do block, they can easily force him down if he survives. And there's just not much. Oh, they're right by Overgrowth. This is not looking too good.
He could do an R press right there and lock him from outside the base, but they opt to not go for it quite yet.
Yeah, they had 2 BKBs on both of the heroes, so it's better. Yeah, I mean, you could have wasted them, though.
Oh,
but,
man.
oh my goodness.
Somehow a Shackle connects. Mystic Flare. Ohio goes down. He's out for a minute. No buyback. KotLGuy getting a lot of damage. Still has that Aegis. Going to get healed up with the Living Armor. There's an Overgrowth. KYXY going to be in trouble as Black will shoot him on down and gets him done. That's a minute again for him. Out. No buyback. Both Bristle and Razor out of the picture here. And now the tier 3 will crumble right before their eyes. The dreams of Team Malaysia being able to move on forward in Starladder seem to be ending here. Laguna will help finish off that first life of KotLGuy.
14-0 though. That's not even that. Man, he's still unkillable.
He has focus fire if he wants to clean out the
God.
second Rax. And it looks like they'll be able to get it. There it goes. Boop, 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 boop. It's done. That's it. Mid lane Rax are down. Team Tinker, man. They continue to hold strong right here. And now they're just going to look to try to put a lid on this game. Tier 3 now in trouble. They still don't have KYXY or Ohio. 7 seconds for your Bristleback. 10 for your Razor. Maybe Team Tinker looking to play this one a bit more disciplined after they get to tier 3. Black's like, I kind of want to do more damage. He'll do it from the low ground.
Yeah, they're setting up nicely. They have Bulba coming in from the right side, and Mushi just blinking aggressively. Could be the end of them. Oh, they just got the sentry down. That could be a nice Overgrowth. But there goes the Light Striker way. Dealing with that, they still have some over here too.
In the base,
on the right side, yeah. Circles.
They are not going to let up at all while they have this huge power advantage. Look, there's even a smoke to go down to the bottom. They could catch KYXY off guard here. There's the jump in. Oh, a whiff of the stun, though. It does force out the BKB nonetheless. That could have been a deal breaker, but yeah, back at top lane. Way2's like, I'll get a ward down, but uh-oh. He's welcome with a fissure stun. There's the Echo follow-up. They're going to go for Black. Laguna. Will they get him? They will. He's out. 86 seconds. Does have buyback, but that makes things a bit easier here for Team Malaysia to defend. And with Black going down, it looks like Team Tinker are going to pull back.
Yeah, that's like a little bit of air now into Malaysia, but it's not much. It's like, you know, the 1%er, right? It was at like 0.5, now it's at 1%. Still, they're gonna have to go down mid or something. I don't even see how they get past their base. Like, you can have just Tree ulting and killing all the creeps. Oh my goodness. This vision right now. This is the Great Wall of Trees.
Yeah. They could constantly just keep tabs as far as when Malaysia try to push out from the base. But they're not going to be pushing out. They're going to be on weed duty, pulling out these weeds from their garden, and it's really a pain in the ass for them to do. And it just kind of stalls out time here for Team Tinker. They will just resume their bits of farm, pick up their rewards, the items they've earned from breaking down the base, that being a Blink Dagger, it looks like here for Way 2. Bulba, he's got his Force Staff on top of his Yules already.
Pilot
Die is pretty grossly farmed from what we usually see. He has a BKB, yeah, like you said. Now complete.
BKB Force Mech. I mean, this is definitely an MVP game from him, like from start to finish. So he's been playing out of his mind. Definitely carrying his team on the back in the early game and the mid game with a lot of his silences and his rotations. Him and Bulba definitely were the carries in the mid game, and now it's the late game. Now you're seeing 14-0 Wind Ranger at your door soon, as well as Black. Man, he's got his BKB. Did he bought something, right? Yeah, he just bought his MKB. So he doesn't have buyback. If he dies miraculously before having buyback, it could be problematic, but I mean, they're just going to sit back, it seems like, wait for the Roshan to spawn. They already put the courier in here. They're not going to take any chances. This is an elimination match. You just wait for Malaysia to make a mistake because you have so many eyes. Okay, now that I say that, let's look at the deforestation.
Yeah, they're gone. They did it. They got their hands dirty. They went in there. They went, dug deep into the soil and pulled those eyes out so that there wouldn't be an advantage there. It cost them a lot of time that they probably would have ideally liked to have been able to push out from the base and maybe get bits of farm, but they have still been kind of stuck inside their own baseline. And for Team Tinker, as they wait out a bit longer, I mean, if they want to play this extra safe, Roche is going to be up in a couple of minutes' time. They can go right back in with another Aegis if they so choose. And, obviously they could wait out for Black to get his buyback, which he pretty much almost has now. And they're in good standing. And for Team Malaysia, it's an elimination match for them. They're not looking to tap out early. They will fight till the bitter end. If there is any sort of small, little glimmer of hope, they'll go for it. Because otherwise they'll just be waiting and watching the rest of the event with London Conspiracy, with Team Secret on the sidelines. And they don't want to have to be in that kind of position, so they will continue to fight on.
With Team Alliance, too.
And Alliance, yeah, that's
right. Because Alliance were eliminated from Cloud9 a little bit earlier. So you do not want to be the 14 to go. Holding on to everything that they possibly can here. This is the 1 in a million, Dakota, though. 1 in a million.
And with that, it's pretty obvious here that Team Tinker are just going to wait. Even have Quakefoot just like happily ready to sit here in the pit. Wait for that Roche to come up, get that Aegis, get the job done. Get the girl.
All right. They've got a big item. All right, we'll talk about this. So
okay.
Imba finally picking up a BKB. That's very important. It doesn't really help against, the damage that's being bursted out by the sniper. When he comes up, he'll just BKB and right-click you, as well as Quakefoot, man. He's got 2 datalists. Jeez. I wonder if he even drops his phase boots. He'll probably... I think he'll drop his phase boots and pick up the Aegis. Black will maybe drop his Mask of Madness, or we could see the no boot strat again from both of the players picking up Cheese as well as Aegis.
He does have a win run, so you don't really need boots. I guess if you got a win run to kind of get you in and out, sure.
Yeah. No Stampede though. No Axe Berserkers or Axes. Oh my goodness, Battle Hunger. So. They're not going to be getting too much mobility. That's going to be the next item that Ice Frog adds into the game, right?
I looked
away. It's going to be jumps. It was dead in 2 seconds, man.
Okay. They get a long-ranged overgrowth, but it's quickly going to get BKB'd off. But they continue to force forward. They're going for Ohio. Here comes the assassination. Will connect. Not big damage there as it's on his bristly little back. And he will be able to walk away from it. But, what I was going to say before that.
There's a Blink Dagger up.
Yeah, is he gonna fall through with it? Nope.
All right.
Not quite yet. He head right towards the mid lane, it looks like, for now. They had taken down that Roche so freaking fast, man. I looked away 1 second, I looked back, and Roche was dead. And it is Quakefoot who picks it up, going with that no boots. No phase boots. And with that now, they are just going to look to go right for the Megas. Here we go, man. Team Malaysia. This is for them to stay alive. Team Tinker on the verge of winning this one. And look at that. The racks will go down. They move on for Black right away. They can't catch Mushi with the shackle, but they take him down immediately. Black pushed constantly away. They overextend to get him. And KotLGuy now moves back in. Ohio, though, catches him out. This could be the Aegis life. He wants Megas. He goes right forward. There's going to be the glyph pop now. He still has the Aegis to hold on here. Bulma moves in. Vendetta going to be striking. They get their Megas. And now they go for the damage onto KYXY. They get him down just as that Aegis will be popped. Look at Black. He's going to buy back even to get on this one. KotLGuy, though, look at that. The assault still beyond godlike as he clears out Bristleback. Black makes his return into the base, and that is game. Team Tinker have eliminated Team Malaysia and will move on into the lower bracket. And for Malaysia, their Starladder road will end here in what is a very impressive Game 3 from Team Tinker and KotLGuy. My God. What was his end record here? I gotta say
he didn't die once.
16-0-9. Unbelievable.
He's got no boots. That's a big problem. But no, seriously, all jokes aside, KotLGuy, absolute monster this game, but Pylai Die, Way 2, Black, Bulba, all played extraordinarily well. So this is definitely a team win for Team Tinkerino, and man, they just found a way to shut down that Lina, shut down the Phoenix. They shut down Razor in the bottom lane. They found ways to do a lot of work, whether that's, Malaysia playing too aggressive in the early game, running their bodies at the towers, as I kept stating, and there was really no way for them back into the game once we saw this sniper getting big, and once we saw this Wind Ranger getting big. They were like, oh crap, we have no way to deal with this in the later stages of the game, and we kind of screwed ourselves once we kind of fed away our lives early on.
Very impressive stuff from Team Tinker. They managed to stay alive. They're going to move on forward, and now they have Cloud9, who will await them now in the next round. That match is going to be happening actually here on this channel. That's going to be our last series that we get to cast on the secondary channel in the, what you may say, the semifinals of the lower bracket. For Malaysia, props to them. They put on a great day one showing, pulling out what many considered a bit of an upset there, knocking down Team Secret. But after trying to battle through IG, they get put down. And now Team Tinker bests them. They're going to be done here. So with that, we got about what looks like about 15 minutes time. We're going to see Team Tinker take on Cloud9, and what two teams are going to be able to stay alive here at Starladder Season 12, and what team is going to have to end their road. I'm KotLGuy. That's Ryu Boris. We're going to be back with more Dota action in about 15 minutes, folks. Thank you so much for your continued support over here on the Little Brother channel, if you will, with the less production value. It's a pleasure, as always, to cast this Dota for you. We'll see you again in a few moments.